the Love injury means to the team?
Well, initially I didn't think they were a lock to get through the Eastern Conference with Kevin Love. Now that Kevin Love is out 2 months, possibly back for the playoffs, it's going to make that road just as difficult. I mean, I really can't see the Cavs coming out of the Eastern Conference this year, and that's even with a healthy Love. And let's just say he doesn't even get back to 100%. He's going to be a little out of shape. He's going to try to get his rhythm. It's going to be difficult for him this year. You know, these are some trying times for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and just when you thought things were bad, they seem to get worse for the team.
Yeah, I don't know what this means, honestly. I don't know if they're willing to give up that pick and make a trade. You have Jay Crowder, Jeff Green, the guys that I feel will probably play the bulk of the minutes with Kevin Love being out because they are already short of big man. So both of these guys are shooting 32% from the three-point line. They're not making shots. I mean, this gives them an opportunity to play more minutes, get more opportunities on the offensive end. But even with that said, they can't guard anybody. They wasn't guarding anybody when Kevin Love was on the court. So maybe they could be a little bit more athletic with, these guys in the lineup and try to guard somebody and get out and run a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know where they go from here.
It means a couple of things. We both played in Toronto. This is an opportunity the Raptors may have a chance to come out of the Eastern Conference for the first time in the franchise's history. The Boston Celtics don't have Gordon Hayward. They're a young bunch. Kyrie Irving's not going to play tonight. We know he's a terrific talent. I think this is a great opportunity for the Raptors. But for the Cavs, it means that Isaiah Thomas now becomes the number 2 option. And everything that's been said about this player, in particular returning from a hip injury, does he make them better? Is he one of the worst defenders in the game? Now, playing this role, an elevated one, they're going to need his buckets. They're going to need his aggression. So can he now seize this opportunity?
Well, Tracy kind of mentioned it, whether or not they're going to make a change. And for more on that, we'll go to Boston, which is site of our first matchup between the Knicks and Celtics. Adrian Wojnarowski's at that game. We'll welcome him in now. Woj, welcome. And, look, we're going to continue with this Cavs because we're getting closer and closer to the trade deadline. Tracy says, are they going to even make a change? What do you think? Are there options?
There are. Cleveland continues to talk to the Clippers about DeAndre Jordan. Those conversations have been ongoing for a couple of weeks, and they're continuing. Cleveland has a lot of contingencies right now. The George Hill conversation with Sacramento is still there. They've talked about bigs. They've talked about guards. And what Cleveland's doing right now is getting everything on their board. And then they're going to have to make a decision here closer to next Thursday's trade deadline. But the DeAndre Jordan conversation is certainly alive. But what is still not in play for Cleveland is that Brooklyn pick that they got in the Kyrie Irving trade. But their own first-round pick is certainly available. And, Jordan playing the 5 and LeBron at the 4 is certainly a way they can go without Kevin Love.
Woj, thank you. Enjoy the game. Tracy, wait, you're shaking your head over there when he's saying certain names. Are you convinced that that's not enough?
Well, I don't think it moves the needle, really, to compete against Golden State or Houston Rockets, whoever come out of the West. That's why I'm shaking my head. It probably helped them, be a better defensive team and get out of the East. But when you're talking about competing for a championship and playing against those two powerhouses out there, it doesn't even move the needle.
Mac, you're a Hall of Famer. This guy's a Finals MVP. Don't even talk about the Warriors. Don't even talk about Houston with this squad.
Right.
They got to get out of the East.
Right.
The Boston Celtics, the Toronto Raptors, they have legitimate chances to upset the apple cart.
And I would say this. This is their best chance, meaning Toronto and Boston, to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals and advance to the Finals. This is their best chance. If they don't capitalize on this, I just don't know when you're going to take care of that opportunity.
What's going on with Team LeBron? Not only for the Cavs, but for the All-Star team. 3 guys from Team LeBron are already injured. So, I mean, what's the irony in that?
Curse? Are you saying there's a curse?
I mean, there's maybe a dark cloud going around Team LeBron right now. I don't know. I mean, they lost 3 All-Stars on the team. Kevin Love plays with him, and he goes down. What's the irony in all
I don't know. You tell me Clippers curse, because people seem to think that's a thing, too. So if you believe in curses.
Well, we all know that the Browns are cursed.
Wow. We're just throwing that out there like a fact.
We all know that. I mean, that's a given. So
this is a great opportunity for the Toronto
Yes,
Raptors. I
they
just
have to
can't say it
capitalize
enough.
on this.
DeMar DeRozan has improved. He's making the three. They have Ibaka. They have Valanciunas. Kyle Lowry's playing really well. This is their great opportunity to come out of the East.
No, I think it's a better opportunity for Boston. I think Boston matches up better with Golden State than Toronto does. But, you know, all this
Well,
is...
they got to get out of the East first.
Yeah, but the East is going to be rough because you got to figure between Toronto, Boston, and Cleveland, you know, no matter how banged up Cleveland is, they're not going to be an easy out.
No.
You know, not at all.
I think DeAndre Jordan does help the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's going to give them
gonna help them
activity
in the Eastern
and
Conference.
height.
To get out of the
He's going
East.
to give them
Yes.
shot blocking to even get out of the East.
Yeah, that's just the East. But like Tracy said, just to move the needle against the Warriors or even Houston or even OKC in the West, adding DJ, adding George Hill, you still don't see Cleveland overtaking any of those three teams if they do make it to the finals.
The blood is in the water. If you waste this opportunity, I would imagine as Toronto front office and Boston front office, you've got to be thinking, this is
our
it.
chance.
This is
could
it.
really do
This
this.
is the opportunity. The golden opportunity is here. The window's open in the
chance.
East. So if there's a move that if Boston needs to make another move that helps their team, they should do it. Same with Toronto. Or even look at those teams like Miami. They're right there.
Right.
If there's a trade out there that can get them to the next level, you got to go for it.
Right,
this is the
deadline.
window of opportunity.
Week from tomorrow.